what are the ways to try and counter that didn't seem to happen in the fourth tonight?
It wasn't the fourth, it was the third. The third is what killed us. Give a 42 in the third, and the last possession, we up 6 with a chance to either go up, 8 or 9, and then we turned the ball over, and Jose hit a 3, got the crowd into it even more. So, the fourth, back-to-back threes by Murphy, and that just got him going good.
The number is now 37, and of course we're all going to focus on that. Seems like you're going to just keep playing the game the same way that you do. But as you now go home 2 straight games, does that continue to be the mindset, or how are you feeling about it?
I just want to win. And play the game the right way. See what happens.
Rob Blinka said last month that the team would part with any assets it had available to it if it could get to the finish line towards the championship on a deal. Is Kyrie Irving the type of player that could help your team get to the finish line?
That's a Rob question. You got to see him when y'all get back to LA. I told y'all a couple of weeks. I don't speak for our front office, and my mindset is to, whatever lineup or whatever group that we have, is to make sure that we prepare ourselves the best way we can to go out and win. Obviously, that's it's the word you use, duh question, when you talk about a player like that.
You've been really open about kind of the tiny margins this team has. I mean, you touched on it a little bit, but is that 5-second stretch at the end of the third quarter, blow by basket, turnover, does that kind of exemplify that as much as any?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that fixable, or is that just kind of that's the team is going to have to just?
How many games we got left? 28 games left. We still, doing the same stuff over and over.
Darvin used the word hoopla to describe.
Who?
Hoopla. Darvin, sorry. About, things going on with the record, the trade deadline, just a lot happening this week. Do you sense that's having any effect on this locker room?
I mean, that's part of the game. We got, one rookie in here? So, it shouldn't be an issue. It happens every year. The trade deadline happens every single year. It's not, okay, so, and it's a business, so. You go out and play, you go out and focus, and no matter what happens, you're still a professional, be a pro.
AD's had 5 games back now, I think, since his 5.5-week absence, and he said where he's still got to get to is, fully getting his legs for defense. You'll see it in pockets, though. How have you seen that? And as you guys, are also still not sure which 3 are going to be with you, how are you trying to find that cohesion? I know you got it with AD, but with the rest of them.
Yeah, of course. That's easy for me, getting back on track with AD, but. Our lineups have shifted a little bit now, and we're just trying to figure out what our lineups look like, starting lineups, rotation. So, just guys got to be prepared and ready for whatever.
I know you prepared to make yourself available for your team, but you played 40-plus minutes 3 of your 4 games on this road trip. Is that a number that could catch up as we go down the stretch?
No, it's catching up right now. I'm tired as hell. But I'll be ready to go on Tuesday.
All right. Thank you. Team's best shot, best energy, did again on this trip. How do you feel like with where you're at physically coming back and kind of where you guys are in the standings? How are you dealing with that as a team? And was that a factor at all tonight?
Yeah, this is a tough one to lose tonight. Third quarter, 42 points in the third. Rebound and transition defense kind of been our whole kryptonite this whole season, and definitely beat us tonight. But credit, they made shots. They made some tough shots. Guys came off the bench and played well for them. We look at the standings. It's a big game for us when we move off a spot. And now we continue to chase. All these games matters to us. So tough one to drop, but 2 days regroup. Then got 2. OKC's kind of the same way. They play really well. beat you. So we got to come in with a mindset of getting both at home and then go on the road and getting 2 more.
Kind of along those lines, where is the sense of urgency? As you mentioned OKC coming up, but it's only 8 games the rest of February, and then you hit March. Where are you guys at with that?
Very high. The sense of urgency is all-time high. Has to happen now. Guys know that. We got to be ready come whenever we play Tuesday. And put a streak together very quickly.
AD, Darvin was saying pregame, we got to find a way to win through all this hoopla with the record, the trade deadline. Have you seen that impact this locker room?
No. Honestly, like I said before, after the Indiana game, I'm not sure if guys individually are thinking about it, but as a group, no one is not giving off the energy of, guys are thinking about that. I think the only thing that we're thinking about is a sense of urgency to climb up in the rankings. So as far as the trade deadline and all of that, I don't think that's in no one's mind. If it is, you got to flush it, think about it at home or wherever you go. But when you're between the lines and we got a game, then we got to focus on winning.
This group doesn't have a ton of experience together. Obviously, you and LeBron have been together for years now, but the group hasn't. Do you make you wonder how you will respond? I mean, this had to be one of the tougher losses of the season. So how you respond as a group?
Up there with Boston, actually behind Boston. So for me, don't know if it's an experience, some plays on my part for sure tonight. Defensively, just got to have a sense of urgency as a team. I think offensively we're fine. We can score. We just don't get enough stops. And I don't think whether you're inexperienced or not, that's all energy and effort. Commitment to keep your man, to guard the ball, keep your man in front. I don't think inexperience has nothing to do with that. It's just about pride on your defense, on the defensive end. But it shows sometimes the inexperience, the lack of experience we've had as a team. Whether it's injuries and guys just coming back. A couple of these guys, coming back off injury for a whole year, trying to get filled back still. So we got to find a way. There's no excuses. No one's feeling sorry for us. So we definitely can't feel sorry for ourselves.
How drastic of a momentum swing was end of the third, start of the fourth, and especially at the end of a long road trip? Did you feel like that kind of snapped you guys a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough play. Up 7, cut us to 3 or whatever it was. I don't even remember, but up 6. Get a chance to go up 8, possibly 9. Come down, outlet pass gets stolen by Alvarado. He hits a 3. Give him momentum, give him confidence, give him confidence. I think he had like 19 or something tonight. He played well. I mean, we let their main guys beat us and their role players. So